Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen, and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. It's here, you guys. It's here. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to talk about it. The new Chantecaille Black Jaguar Collection, which is part of the Fall 2022. I'm so excited. We've been waiting. And I think this is going to be very, very skin tone friendly and diverse. But we shall see. So if you're interested in swatches, comparison, and a few eye looks, then keep on watching. But before we go, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. Let's get to it. Let's start with the packaging. The quartet comes in a box like such. And you do have the Black Jaguar on the front. You have your 24-month shelf life, and you have your 4 shades and the ingredients in all 4 shades listed in the back of the box. I'll take a close-up picture and post it on Instagram so you can really just focus, zoom in. The glare from the lights is really not going to allow me to put it up to the screen for you to read that. It does say Black Jaguar Eye Quartet. The Black Jaguar is the most elusive of its species. The spirit defenders of the forest. We are proud to support the Amazon Sacred Headwaters Initiative and their efforts to protect indigenous territories across 86 million acres. Now, the outer packaging of the palette looks exactly the same as the box. This does have 0.07 ounces per shadow for a total of 5 grams. This is absolutely stunning. And you do have the Chantecaille detail there and the information on the back. I have already swatched these, so it's not untouched, but you do have a fairly large mirror. And here are the shades. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I really do not think that the camera can do this any justice. The collection also comes with 2 lip cheeks that come in the boxes as such, and the lip cheeks look just like the boxes. They're absolutely stunning. This is their lip cheek formula, which is very nice, very sheer but buildable as far as pigmentation, and very, very hydrating. Like, I am so excited for this collection. And the lip cheeks do have an 18-month shelf life. This shade here is Passiflora, which is like a pinky rosewood. Based off what I see, I have not swatched the lip cheeks yet. And the next shade is a darker eggplant berry tone, and it is in the shade Orchid. These look beautiful. I have already gone and swatched the palette on my skin tone, my daughter's skin tone, who is medium, as well as hubby, and he is deep. And I'll pop that picture here so you can see it looks like it's going to work among multiple skin tones. It's so flattering. I honestly like how that white pearl shade, that top one, looks on their skin tone better than mine. That's just my opinion. But I'm really excited to see Chantecaille come out with this collection. It's different. It's different for their aesthetic, and I think that's what really just drew me in, and I think drew most of you in. Let me know if the unique color story to Chantecaille is what drew you in. Leave it down in the comments. As far as swatches, I have already swatched it, and I don't think the camera is going to pick this up. Where the camera is picking it up as just pearl, when the light hits it, there's a tinge of another color. It's like a sky blue kind of, and I feel like you see that more in my daughter and husband's skin tone than on my own. The second shade is like a bronzy copper shade. This is a black with a blue undertone. And then you have this blue here. It is absolutely gorgeous. For the lip cheeks, first is Orchid. And I will swatch that once there and build it here. And you can see that you can build up the coverage. So this is one swipe of Orchid, and this is about 3 or 4. I wasn't counting, but it was multiple. And you can see how that builds up. You still get pigment with one layer, but you can definitely build them up for additional pigmentation, and the hydration is just impeccable. Next is Passiflora, which this is a go-to everyday shade for me. That is one swipe. And this is 4. And again, this is Passiflora. Stunning. At the end of the video, I'll also be doing some comparisons with Giraffe, Butterfly, and the Hummingbird Warm Palette. So if you're interested in those, you can check those out at the end. As far as what's already on my face, I will have everything listed and linked down below. It is a full face of Chantecaille. I love Chantecaille. I do have on the Chantecaille brow pencil in the shade Oak Brown, the brow gel in the shade Dark. For my base, I have the Chantecaille skin tint in the shade Tan. It's like a perfect shade. Absolutely love it. I did bring it up to the under eye and then just highlighted a little bit with the Le Camouflage Stilo in shade 3. I did set that with the Blur Perfecting Powder, and I applied the bronzer in the shade Serena. Love, love, love it. On my lips, I do have the Chantecaille lip gloss in Blythe, just to have some hydration while we work on this eye look or two, but let's get into that. I do want to use a combination of synthetic and natural hair brushes just to see if I get any fallout, what brushes work best, what really grips onto those shadows and applies the pigmentation. First, I'm going to start with the Refer 15. It's just a blending brush, and I want to apply this shade here in the transition and kind of just buff it upwards. I'm just going in lightly because I'm not sure on the pigmentation. I dipped my brush one time and I did tap off any excess, and I definitely got pigment. If I failed to mention, the palette was made in Italy. They're just soft, buttery shadows. I absolutely love them. And you can see that shade there. Stunning shade, beautiful transition shade. Next, with the Chantecaille Shade and Sweep, I really want to go into this blue and apply it all over the lid. That definitely applied nicely with the Shade and Sweep. I do have a tiny bit of fallout, not much. Let's see if it cleans off nicely because it is a darker shadow. Yes, that wiped off nicely. It did not stain. I do want to see if I can apply this with my finger just to really amplify. Yes, you can see with the finger, wow, that blue just really, really pops. Absolutely stunning. Next, I want to use a Unit 310, which is a synthetic pencil brush, and I want to go into the pearl shade. These shadows are so soft. You know how sometimes you can press too hard into the shadow and it'll dent? That is how soft they are. So I really want to apply that on the inner corner and bring it onto the blue. And although that is a beautiful shade, y'all know me in glitter. It does have tiny micro glitters, and I do see them on my face. That's an OCD issue of mine, but it is beautiful. I'm gonna go and highlight the brow bone with what is left on the brush. And then with that first transition shade, I just really want to blend those together. That's beautiful. You can stop there, but we're not going to stop there. I'm going to apply this shade here. So we have one eye look where we're using all the shades, and the next eye look will be simple with just a few shades. Next, with a Refer 13, which is a small blending brush. This brush is so ideal for if you have hooded eyes. You will love the Refer 13. So I'm just going to flick it in, then flick it out, and then bring it onto the blue. It is a dark shade, so I started off lightly. And if you were happy with the eye look the way it was and you just wanted some liner, you could just use this shade here as a liner and you're done. That is more of a dramatic eye. Let's just work on the lower lash line, trust the process, and then we'll clean it up. With the darkest shade, I'm going to bring it in just a tinge and then bring the bronze shade all the way across. And there we are. I did clean that up. So that's just like a dramatic using all 4 shades. I look for those of you that like multiple shades. You like bold and bright. This is not my aesthetic. It's not Chantecaille's aesthetic, but just to show that you can step outside the box with such a little palette and really get some oomph out of it. Let me apply some liner and mascara and we'll be right back for the next eye look. Okay, we're back. So here's the eye look with eyeliner and mascara. Dramatic. I did tight line with the Chantecaille Eye Kajal in black. The lower waterline is the Chantecaille Eye Kajal in nude. And for mascara, the one and only, the beautiful Chantecaille Faux Cils mascara. So let's move on to just a simple everyday eye look. For a very quick everyday eye look, I'm just gonna get the Tom Ford 03 and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. Very quick, very easy, and very simple yet elegant. Once I place that on the lid, no additional product, I'm just gonna blend that line. That's a beautiful one and done at a liner, which is what I'm gonna do. But as a liner, I'm gonna use this shade here, which is the dark matte shade. And I'm using a small angled liner brush. Now that shade, I did not experience any fallout. And you can always, if you're using an angled brush and you have hooded eyes, once you get to the end, just give it a little twist upward and you'll get a small little wing. And that is a beautiful everyday look. If you want the brow highlight, I just got some of that pearl shade on my finger so it doesn't have as much oomph. And you could just swipe that across. And there you go. Very simple, very everyday. I used 3 shades, one of them as a liner. You can do a lower lash or not. You can just apply some mascara and make sure you get those bottom lashes really good and really oomph the eye. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did tight line with the eye kajal in Slate, nude at the bottom, applied the mascara. I did have to get a new tube. I didn't like the way I had to work to get the mascara on this side to work, so I knew it was time for a new tube. So this is a fresh tube of mascara. Same mascara, the Chantecaille Faux Cils. This is so simple, so elegant, so everyday. It's just the bronze shade all over the lid, the little pearl shade as a highlight, and the the black shade as a liner. That's it. Very quick, very easy, very everyday. I didn't do anything to the lower lash, which is why I applied mascara to the lower lash to really just get it to pop. And it's absolutely beautiful, elegant, classy, and classic. And you can definitely do this look and use the blue as a liner. If you just want this look with like a pop of color, you can use any 2 shades in combination with each other in this palette and they will look absolutely gorgeous. You could do a 1 and done with mascara. You could do a 2 and done this way for evening. You can do a blue lid with a pop of this pearl right in the center. I know it's 4 shades, but you have options. At least I do, because yes, I used all the shades in this eye just to get you to see how all the shades perform together, but this would be more of my everyday. 2 shades and a liner. So when I look at a palette, I don't see, wow, only 4 shades. I'm like, wow, I could combine 2 shades in any direction and create an eye look, whether I use a shadow as a liner or a shadow all over the lid. I'm just very versatile. But I personally, when I look at a quad, I see a lot of versatility in it as far as options go. But let's move on to these lip cheeks. I did remove what I had on, the lip gloss I had on. So let's try these on. Let's go from lightest to darkest, because my lips get dark as soon as I remove any lip products. And I didn't know which way I was going with the palette, which direction I was going to go, so I didn't apply any blush. But let's move on to the lip cheeks. This is Passiflora. I'm going to do 1 coat first. This is 1 coat of Passiflora. Now let me intensify it. And here is with multiple coats. I love this shade. This is an everyday lean shade. So let me remove this and we'll try on Orchid. Next, let's try Orchid. and this is One Coat of Orchid. It's not as dark on the lips as I anticipated, but it's cute with the lighter eye. Just being the color, what really gives you oomph. It's cute. Let me intensify it. And here is Orchid Intensified. That's still nice. I like that it still has a pinkiness that shines through of the lips, but you can tell you have something on. It's cute. I was on the fence about getting this. I was like, I'm not sure. And then I told myself, but it is a lip chic, so we might be able to pull it off. I can pull this off. I like this shade, and it screams fall. So let's move on to comparisons. I did move the swatches up so I have enough space. Let's start with Giraffe. I was asked if I thought Giraffe looked anything like Black Jaguar. I really don't. But just because this has this bronze shade, and I can see how lighting and things like that can affect how things look, I really want to swatch them all just so you can accurately compare them. Okay, so here's Black Jaguar and here is Giraffe. I think now that I've swatched this pearl shade from Giraffe, you can see that light blue shift in the one from Blue Jaguar. I think the camera is picking that up and I'm excited for it because I didn't think that I could get that. But now that I can compare it to this, you can see it. I see it in the viewfinder. I hope that once it's edited, you can see this on your end. But they are different, where this dark bronze is a lot darker than the one in Black Jaguar. This is lighter, but this is matte. It is different, and there's no blue, it's not black, it's like a slate. So Giraffe is definitely different. Next, I want to compare it to Butterfly, and it is totally different. I love Butterfly. So here is Butterfly. It's right here. And you can see there are no comparable shades. They are all totally different. And lastly, for comparisons, is the Hummingbird palette in Warm. I really wanted to swatch this because it has like this blue, although it is different. Okay, and here is Hummingbird. These last 4 shades here, you can see the difference in the blue. This shade here is different than this shade here, and this is matte and this is like a satin. There's no pearl shade, there's no slate shade. So these are all of the quartets that I am comparing it to, starting with Black Jaguar, Giraffe, Butterfly, and the Hummingbird Warm. I hope that was helpful. Now my final thoughts. I absolutely love this collection. I love both lip cheeks. I'm surprised I love this shade as much as I do. I will say personally, myself, I wear contact lenses. Since I've completed this eye look, my eye has continued to run and I keep dabbing. I cannot use this pearl shade as an inner highlight. Maybe if I apply some glitter glue and then be very precise with it, but I keep getting a micro glitter in my eye. That's just me personally. I wear contacts. I'm pretty sure if I decided to film without my contacts, I would have never had that problem. but I absolutely love the shades. I do not feel that they emphasize any texture on the lids. Neither one of them. I love the versatility of the shades. I love the inclusivity in the various skin tones, as I showed earlier. I'm just a huge fan of Chantecaille, both skincare and makeup. However, I have said in the past, and I will say again, if something doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. And it is what it is. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I do like this collection. I did order the Cougar Collection, and I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. Which one are you most anxious for, if any? If none of these catch your eye, that's okay too. But that is all. Thank you all so much for coming. And until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.